I'm adding someone on it right now. We finna get it popping, man. We finna get it popping. Give me my phone. Where the fuck the phone at? Tripping. Let me see. Let me see. One moment. So yeah, man, we trying to bring the owner on, but I'll just talk first before he come on. Let's see what's popping. So we got week 1. We got week 4 review, man. Week 4 review. Week 4 review. It was my squad versus the team with the best record. My team with one of the worst records right now, and my squad dropped the game 6-3. And yeah, man, we just got to bounce back. My squad has ever had in fantasy ever, and yeah, we'll bounce back though. The funny thing is, even though my team is starting off super slow in the standing, I got a championship that could win it all. And I feel like this is one of the best I've had out of all the drafts. My team got at the beginning of the season. Man, we'll bounce back. Let me see. Now we had so team shit on you still looking like he hold down and maintain the #1 seed, but still on. A lot of people coming for that kid, coming for that team shit on you. Then we had these Nets versus LeVar Ball, your daddy, 3-7, man, and man, so that's a big blow go to the champions. His fantasy kid, his first round pick kid. We don't know when that kid's coming back, Leonard. So that's what it is. Then we had the special guest go probably come on soon. If not by video, then by speakerphone. But then we had yeah, LeVar Ball Your Daddy, a kid that still hasn't paid. But funny thing is, the kid hit me up talking about he might want to get back in. So he must have saw that I left the league. The league is viewable to the public. So I'm pretty sure he possibly could see the scores and whatnot. He just can't see the exclusive stuff with the league, but he probably could see the scores and the standings or whatever, possibly. But yeah, LeVar Ball Your Daddy, the kid had texted me, man, today actually, talking about, oh, but I'll pay you 60 with the late fee, $10 late fee. I'll pay it to you Friday or next Friday. He said something like that. Next Friday, I was like, kid, you can get back in once you make the payment, kid. That's how it works. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. So then we had Team Davis versus Team Alexander. Team Alexander got the blowout win, slightly 8-2. Yeah, that was the Harden versus Curry. Alexander with Curry, Davis with Curry, Alexander with Harden. But yeah, man, Harden been going off, man. Got the Rockets with the #1 seed right now. And looking like MVP front runner right now, Harden. And then and then Curry, I heard he got injured. He like questionable for this week's games. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. But yeah, Team Davis gonna have to bounce back. Team Alexander moved up off that blowout win. Then we'll get back to that game of the week. Then we had Chick-fil-A show versus Buckingham. Tied up 5-man. The draw between Buckingham after that tied like 7 games below 500. So yeah, man. And then we had Jokic versus Lionheart Snoop Lion. And a kid that got kicked out of the league versus Jokic. My first roommate ever. Yeah, he won 6-2 with 2 ties and turnovers and rebounds. Man, Jokic 100. Pretty much gonna be the leader. Then looks like, and then Team Bell versus Team Goofies, man. Team Bell got the blowout win, man, 9-1, man. 81 points for the week. So second-year owner Team Bell versus Goofy's first-year owner. Yeah, man, Goofy's got that big W, man, and got that super blowout. He just couldn't win one category to make it perfecto 10-0. But yeah, man, Team Bell, I know you're feeling great right now going into the next week. The Goofies, I know, pissed right now going into week 5, trying to get a revenge. Week 5, and then we had LeBron James, Team Johns. LeBron James won 7-3. And yeah, first-year owner beat the second-year owner. And yeah, LeBron James got the 7-3 win, man. That's what it is. And then we got the preview for this week. Oh no, we got the game. The game of the week was what, Dub Nation versus Hoodie Team. Yeah, both brothers going against each other head to head for game of the weekend. Yeah, the who won it? Let me see. Hold up. We'll get to the wait. Hold on. We gonna get to the preview real quick. Hold on. And then we had. Let me see. What else? What else? Then we had. Oh yeah, preview. Oh yeah, game of the week was versus Hoodie Team. The two brothers going at it, and Hoodie Team won, man, 6-4. Yep, yep. And Hoodie Team, yeah, remaining near the top of the standings too. And Dub Nation a couple games above 500. So now we got week 5 preview, man. Week 5 preview. My squad versus Team Bell, man. My squad versus Team Bell. Go be an interesting matchup, man, to see how that plays out, man. Since I'm going against another top team, against another. I just came off of going against the top team in the league in the standings. Now I'm going against another top 3-4 team in the standings right now. So there's gonna be a good test for my squad, man, to see how quick we trying to bounce back and get that confidence boost that we can beat the top teams, you know. And then yeah, Team Bell trying to at the top of the standings. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup between my squad and that kid squad, Team Bell. And then we got LeVar Ball, your daddy versus LeBron James, man. LeBron James, rookie owner versus LeVar Ball, your daddy, the kid who is questionable. He hit me up talking about he might want to get back in the league and pay the late fee. See, man, how that plays out. And then yeah, both teams pretty much got close to 500. LeBron James just one game above 500. LeVar Ball, your daddy, just one game below. All your daddy right now is a robot team, just with the players he already, you know, since lost ownership rights for not paying simple fantasy fee on time. And then Lionheart, Snoop Lion, Team Alexander. Yeah, Team Alexander, pretty much just a free game against kid owner who's going to be in last place pretty much and got kicked out the league. So we go see how that plays out. Still could be a close game. And now we got Team Davis versus Jokic to Jokic. That should be a good matchup, man. As you know, Team Davis trying to bounce back, Jokic to Jokic trying to maintain his winning record. So that's gonna be an interesting matchup right there. And then we got the Goofies versus Team Shit on You, man. This was like runner-up game of the week, but the Goofies ain't have it's below 500, so I couldn't make it a game of the week, man. So yeah, the Goofy's 3 games below 500 going against the top team in the league. And Goofy's coming off that 1-9 loss, man, going against the top team, the team with the best record in the league right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Goofies, if the Goofies could bounce back, man, and not get blown out again. And we'll see if Team Shit On You can maintain, man, his winning ways with the best record so far. And then we got Chick-fil-A Hoodie Team. Chick-fil-A versus Hoodie Team should be Chick-fil-A going against one of the top teams right now on the bottom. So we go see, that's gonna be an interesting matchup how that plays out, man. Then we got D's Nuts versus Team Johns. 2 teams with identical records. Both teams with like 6 games below 500. So we go see which one of those teams want to bounce back and try to, you know, get closer back to 500 and above 500, man. And then the game of the week, man, Buckingham versus Dub Nation. Dub Nation in the game of the week again. But let me hit up Buckingham right now. He said he couldn't get the video to work through the Google YouTube Hangouts. He couldn't come on, but I'm going to call him a speakerphone right now. Hold on, let me see what's up. Let's see if this kid answers. This kid not answering.
Hi, this is Max Faye.
Well, he might call me back. But yeah, man, I'm gonna just the standings, man. I was looking at the standings, man, and the Celtics, man. Man, the Cavs is not even in the playoffs right now, below 500. And then where we got the right behind the Celtics, I saw there. It was the who was right behind the Celtics? I forgot. It was the Pistons. Yeah, the Pistons. And then on the West, it was, I think, Golden State. Yeah, Golden State and Houston right there at the top of the standings in the West, man. So, yeah, you calling me back right now. See, put this on speaker. Yo, what's good? Yeah, man. I got you on the, yeah, I'm right now live right now. But yeah, I was going through the preview and the review for the yeah, and I'm at you got the game of the week, man, but against Dub Nation. But before I get to that, oh yeah, NFL fantasy, man. We got NFL. We only got 3 weeks left in our NFL fantasy league, man. And I saw your team record. Y'all like 6? What 6? Did you win this past weekend or?
I think this last weekend I'm gonna end up losing because Sean got me. I think because I like my team. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting pretty freaking lucky, to be honest. I got Duke Johnson playing a lot. He's been picking it up, and you know, hopefully I get something out of Amari Cooper eventually. But we'll see what happens. I've been scraping by a lot of these wins.
Okay, yo, hold up. I'm gonna try to. I gotta get this. Hold on. I gotta hold on. You see something?
Yeah, Sean's got me easy this time though. I'm done, and he's at 104, so I'm at 88. So I'm gonna be 6-4. Sean's team's looking good though.
True.
I mean, I'm looking at him, but it might be different, man, because I mean, he had Devontae Adams, as one of his main receivers, but we'll see what happens because I think that's gonna without Aaron Rodgers, but then this week he had him on his bench, and then I think he made a good play on Robbie Anderson, picking him up. So maybe that will sit him pretty, but I'm surprised he's 7-2 to be honest, because he had I don't know if he picked up David Johnson off the bench or waivers or what. I'm assuming that's it because there's no way he had David Johnson and Antonio Brown. So
yeah, I feel you. But hold on, let me see if I could get the speak. Let me see if I can get the speaker up. Hold on. You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So, all right, NFL fantasy. Yeah, it looks like what you're gonna be 6-4.
Yeah, I'll be 6-4 after this week. So I'm just hoping I'd make the playoffs early. I think I got some hard matchups left. And your team put up fucking points, so the 133.
Yeah, I know, man. My team, like, yeah, that was a big win. I needed, man. We gonna be like 5-5. So I'm trying to gotta close out these last 3 weeks decent, so
Yeah.
I could get into the playoffs. You know.
Well, get in the playoffs, man, and trying to win some games. You can get in the playoffs, anything can happen. I mean, it gets so late in the season, and then you're just hoping for some home runs.
Yeah, for sure.
Robert Woods, that was a big. I mean, did you pick him up off waivers?
Yeah, I think I got Robert Woods. Yeah, I think I had Robert Woods from like way back, but I was benching him early in the season because he wasn't putting up points earlier in the season, really. But then they were starting to say that he was like the main go-to receiver. He was getting most of the targets, from golf. Recently, and I started to play him. So it's him and Sammy Watkins, receivers.
I'm surprised Sammy's not getting this, but I mean, Robert, this has been surprising me, man. Like last year it was Buffalo, and then they gave him some money. I mean, this last year in LA, and I was like, I don't know why they're paying him that much, but I guess it's working out.
Yeah, I feel you. Do you know what Robert Woods' contract is, or you're not sure?
I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, I don't know. All I remember is that they. I mean, I feel like if Buffalo. I mean, he played all right in Buffalo, but I think he got a decent little contract. Surprisingly, I probably wouldn't have paid him what they did. I remember seeing it and being like, I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
True.
They made a hell of a trade to get Sammy Watkins. I think they need to utilize him a little more, but we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Jared Goff, he's like, yeah, he's like. I wonder what is he like? I wonder how many points does he average? Does he average top 5 out of all the court? Jared Goff, I wonder. I'm not sure.
Goff, I think Goff's been like a top 10 easy right now. I mean, since he's been playing better, though, I think it's easy top 5, top 6.
Interesting.
And that schedule's not looking too hard at all.
Yeah, they got. I mean, their division is weak. Their division it's only Seattle, and that's about it.
And you saw what happened this weekend with Sherman, right?
Oh yeah, he out, so they should definitely get that division now.
Yeah, I mean,
Sherman
that's
out.
Make a massive difference there. I mean, with Sherman out, I mean, that's gonna. I don't know. I think that's. So we got them in the next couple of weeks, so that's good. But I mean, that's going to put a huge damper on that defense. So I think, definitely the Cardinals, Stanton, and Goff should light that up. I mean, shit, I would have never thought that the Rams were going to be in the playoffs, and they're definitely going to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. For real. That's like the most surprising NFL team, pretty much, right? Gotta be.
Oh, hands down, right? I mean, you got looked absolutely awful last year. I mean, I think that their team sort of gave up a little last year at the end. Has always been solid, but Aaron Donald was out last year, and he's such a freaking beast on that line. And they made a couple big trades in there to get Jenkins and whatnot in the secondary.
Yeah,
and I just think they got a solid team, solid defense. And they've always. I mean, honestly, Todd Gurley's been killing it this year too.
Yeah, for sure.
He was probably a second or third round pick. I mean, probably a second round pick in our draft.
Yeah.
But definitely surprising.
All right, so
talking a big game about him earlier, but we'll see.
The second most surprising team is probably the Jaguars, right?
I mean, but you're not really getting much fantasy value unless you got the defense or Fournette.
True. So who you think call out the most disappointing NFL teams? You would say the most disappointing NFL teams.
I mean, obviously the Giants, right? I mean, the G-Men.
Oh yeah, injuries.
I mean, the G-Men. I don't know, man. I mean, obviously San Fran, they got their first win versus the Giants.
True.
So that's not bad. Denver hasn't been playing good either.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they just haven't been playing much together. Osweiler just hasn't been playing good. I don't really like what they've been doing this year either. I had record shit.
I had to drop. Yeah, I had to drop C.J. Anderson, man, because he did. Even though he's their starting running back, man, he wasn't putting up any fantasy numbers, man. None at all.
Nothing. I mean that their offensive line is terrible. Just teed off on.
Yeah.
Arizona, I wish that they were doing a little bit more, but I mean, when you lose your starting quarterback and you're starting, your number one player in fantasy and David Johnson, I mean, where they're at, that's pretty surprising to be honest. But yeah. I would have liked to see the Cardinals do something. And I mean, Green Bay, they're barely pulling out Chicago this last week. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I feel you.
I think Miami was going to probably be better, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I thought they were going to.
Yeah.
I mean, they're at 500 right now, but I thought Cutler was actually going to play a lot better in that system, and that really hasn't held true. But they've had some. Landry's been playing well, but
so who do you think is NFL MVP right now? NFL MVP.
NFL MVP. I don't know, man. Who do you think it is right now?
I mean, what probably. I don't know, but what probably Tyreek Hill maybe.
He's killing it. But MVP always goes to a quarterback, right? I mean,
usually or it could be
I think
running back.
Stafford's been playing good. I mean, I think if they keep winning games, he could be up for MVP.
Yeah.
I don't think. Todd Gurley's been having a hell of a year though too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He could possibly be in the running for MVP.
You would have a running.
Even Tom Brady. Even Tom Brady probably in the running for MVP.
Always in it, but I just don't feel like they've been playing good enough for him to win it this year.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be like one of those surprise guys, maybe that gets it. I mean, the thing that sucks is it always goes to a quarterback, but
yeah. But yeah,
let's see what happens.
Yeah, but yeah, let's talk about back to NBA now. So NFL fantasy, man, we got 3 weeks left. Determine playoff spots in a 12-team league with 6 teams that get in the playoffs. So, but yeah, NBA fantasy, man. It's been yeah, your team like 500 right now. You got the game of the week against Dub Nation, man. And I see y'all made a trade, man. Talk about what made how the trade happened. Because Dub Nation texted me, he said you sent him the offer, and then yeah, you accepted. Talk about that. Yeah, the trade y'all just did, and it takes about a couple days to process. You know, we have to give time because like if four owners veto the trade for some reason, you know, I'm not gonna veto it. It looked cool and everything, but if four owners veto it, then it can get declined. But yo, what made you like offer the trade, and what made you like and also the other trade you did before with Randall L. You remember the trade you did a couple weeks ago with
Yeah.
with the Goofies? Yeah. So talk about how those two trades came about.
I think it was just need, like, for this, the first one with Ed Davis. I mean, I always somehow each year end up with Alex Lynn on my team, and I hate Alex Lynn. It's just some like random stupid numbers here and there. But I was thinking, you know, when I picked Ed Davis off of Ravers, Nurkic wasn't playing very well, you know, so he was getting some numbers there. And then what happened was Jermichael Green went down, and you know he offered up that trade, Julius Randle for Ed Davis, and it looked like he needed a center, and I was down a power forward. I mean, I was playing Crowder at power forward at that point, and I was like, man, I got to take this because Crowder's playing awful right now. I'm just sitting him on the bench to see if I can get anything out of it, which I highly doubt, but we'll see. But yeah, I needed that trade because I didn't have a power forward to play, and then he's been playing real well. And then this last trade, you know, to pull Gary Harris. I mean, Gary Harris has had a couple bad games, but I'm getting Batum and Green back, and right now Larry Nance came back. Randall's back, and like that. I mean, he's not getting as many minutes, but I feel like he's going to be traded. I'm probably like losing out on that, but I'm playing Yogi Ferrell right now at the small shooting guard. So, and he's going to be dropped. I feel like him or Bogdan or Crowder are going to be dropped. And I felt like, you know, if I can give him for Yogi and Randall, maybe he'll take it, and, you know, it'll at least up me on the shooting guard position. I mean, Harris has played all right this year, but it really comes down to his, like, he gets steals, he gets those 3-pointers, and his shot percentage is just really high. And right now in our league, you know, with the percentage marks that the, you know, 3-point percentage, field goal, and all that, like, I mean, his 3-point percentage right now is over 45%. So, I mean, if he can still get some playing time, and maybe they lose one of those guards, you know, I'm really hoping to see if maybe if they, you know, deal Moutier somewhere good, that'd be great. I mean, I got him on my bench, but I'm trying to go too. We'll see.
Yeah.
But if they lose one of the guards, man, then, you know, Harris gets some more playing time. And I feel like, I mean, it's going to be hard for LA to keep Randall. He already said he wanted to leave, so I think it's a good play on Dub Nation if he gets traded, because wherever he goes, he'll start and get way more minutes. But damn, he's been effective in those. He's getting 20 minutes a game and just killing it right now, Randall. With 20 minutes, he's got like what, 17 points, 9 rebounds, a block, and a steal. I mean, you can't really ask for more in that amount of time.
Yeah, and it's funny though, because I feel like the Lakers been kind of they've been shitting on Randall L. Like, you know, like ever since Magic Johnson, you know, took over this year, Randall L had more. He had more. Yeah, he was starting last year, way more minutes. But this year, they put Larry Nance in front of him. Larry Nance got injured, so I guess he has more of an opportunity now. But if Larry Nance comes back and get his starting spot right away, I'm gonna be like, damn, they're really shitting on Randall L. They're pretty much gonna telling him that he shouldn't be a Laker, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way, man, because I mean, Randall was playing he puts in work on the off season too. I mean, he's always in those USA camps in the summer. You see him playing in those USA camps. I mean, he definitely has potential. I mean, Kuzma coming in there didn't help the situation either, but I mean, I don't know if it's just the fact of how they're trying to play now, and Randall doesn't space the floor as much, but wherever he gets traded to, because he'll get traded, he's too damn good. I mean, he'll make a big impact. I think it's just a matter of how long they're going to sit him on that bench.
Yeah. All right. So
trading him.
So have you checked out on? Bledsoe, did he play today? Because I saw he was a game time decision. Do you know?
Yeah, Bledsoe's playing. He got 22 minutes so far. I mean, they're playing Memphis. It's one of those League Pass games, man. I wish I had League Pass right now because that'd be a game I'd be watching right now. Memphis and Milwaukee, but
yeah,
he's playing all right. I mean, I think that's gonna be a big move for Milwaukee for sure. I like Antetokounmpo a lot. I think that's going to take a little bit of hit on his numbers, but that Greek freak, man, he's still going to put up his. I think Brogdon and honestly, I think out of that whole trade, the guy that's probably going to get hit most is Chris Middleton, just due to where he comes in and plays on there. I think he might catch another 3 or so, but I think that he's probably going to be the one that gets hit the worst out of positions out of all of them. What do you think on that?
Yeah, I think Chris Middleton, because Bledsoe, because Chris Middleton likes to have the ball in his hands and like orchestrate the offense with getting assists. So Bledsoe definitely going to take some of that away because Bledsoe not really a stand-up, he's not really a stand-around spot-up shooter,
Yeah.
Bledsoe likes to orchestrating.
Man the ball a lot.
Yeah. Bledsoe likes to have the ball in his hands a lot. That will take away, what they call it, fantasy usage value. Middleton. But yeah, man, Antetokounmpo is funny though, because Antetokounmpo is looking like the best one right now. I would say along with like DeMarcus Cousins but yeah, it's funny though because all those teams right there. I say Harden right now is probably front runner for MVP, but all those other kids, their teams are like fighting for an AFC. What you think about the Cavs? Pretty much fighting for an AFC right now, which it makes it interesting. And the Celtics is at the top of the standings with Kyrie, so it makes it interesting, especially the Eastern Conference right now.
And I think it's crazy too because I think in years past, at least when we're drafting, I mean, you don't see LeBron drop like he did. I think did he end up I think he might have went 8.
Oh yeah, 8. But funny, draft. LeBron last year though LeBron hasn't went top 5 in our draft I would say for the last 2 years. For this year and the last year LeBron went 7th or 8th last year too. So LeBron hasn't been going top 5 in our league the past 2 years. Maybe the third years or that.
Really?
But yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just because I had a high pick and a couple years ago I made that. I was drunk and I ended up with Reggie Jackson in the first round. So.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, that was last year, right? Or that was the last year or the year before last year?
Yeah, it was the year before last.
Okay.
Drinking. And I was like, I got Westbrook or LeBron. I'm just going to sit back and see who I got. And then I got Reggie Jackson in my queue. And then I pulled Reggie Jackson. I was like, well, I just wasted my money this
year. Yeah. Yo, how did you draft? How did you draft this year? Did you draft from the computer? Because I noticed for the first time you could draft from the phone. It seemed like they just implemented that this season, You could draft from the phone. You can draft from the app.
And if you go, I realized real quick, if you're gonna put somebody in your queue, you damn sure better be looking that they're going to be one of your top picks, because that was sort of what screwed me that one time.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, though, this year, Braun, at least fantasy-wise, he's gonna do work, I think. I mean,
yeah,
I think the scare, like you were saying, I guess the past 2 years I didn't realize it, but I mean, it's a scare. Everybody gets scared because if you're coming close to playoffs, or even at the end of coming after, I mean, February at that point, he might not be playing. Like, if you get 3 or 4 games in a week, you can almost guarantee that he might be a DNP or not play the whole game.
True.
So, I mean, and this year it was looking even worse. But then with how bad that they've been playing, I mean, it's not a. I mean, he might be playing a lot more minutes.
So you had,
and then.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and plus they're old, man. I mean, these teams are starting to pick up on really playing those possessions. I mean, if you look at a lot of the fantasy numbers with the Nets, and the Nets are doing 106 possessions a game. I mean, that's insane. I was hearing something on, I think it was The Ringer, their podcast, and they were saying that even like the Suns, back when they had Nash and Amari, they only had like one game the whole year over 106 possessions. So, I mean, you're looking at some of these teams that are getting up and down the floor way more. And LeBron's one, he's getting older, but two, I mean, he's probably put in another 3 seasons on his legs with all the playoffs. And Love is deteriorating. I mean, that team's just old. I don't know. They're just going to have to play a lot harder this regular season.
Yeah, I feel you. But also, all right, if you could call out we go run this video maybe for 10 more minutes, 10, 15 max. But if you could call out if you could guess, if somebody said if you guess all the Eastern Conference All-Star starters correct, right? Oh, the thing is, we can't even do it right now because you heard about the All-Star game, how basically they're gonna do it where they pick a captain for the East and the West, and they pick out of the pool of the 24 players that got voted in from the fans and the bench. So what you think? Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So I would ask you to do it, but it would make it. I mean, you. All right, who's gonna be the captain for the East? Who's gonna be the captain for the West to pick the teams? Who if they said you win money for guessing who's gonna be the captain for each squad to pick the team, who would you say?
I mean, right now, I feel like it would be hard if these teams keep playing the way they are. I think it's going to be hard to say. I mean, I think Kyrie Irving might be the man for the East, to be honest. I mean, he's been playing lights out lately. Now he's playing for Boston, too. He's got a little more eyes on him. I mean, I think that down to fan votes and whatnot, like he could vote this year compared to, Braun and Porzingis, I think would be right behind him, and the Greek Freak. But I don't think that they might not get the votes that Kyrie gets.
Yeah, they should let
in the West.
Yeah, they should let the best player on the number one with the number one top standings team. Yeah, the team with the best record in the conference. They should let one of their best players. Yeah. So out West, it would be either Harden or like Curry or Durant. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean that I think it's gonna be hard. I mean, not to give it to Harden, right? I mean, but damn, I mean, the one thing that's blowing my mind right now is KD having like 2.5 blocks a game. Right?
Yeah, that's
he's like one of the top 5 in blocks right now. So
wow, yeah.
I mean, it's either KD or Harden for sure in the West. I mean, there's no question about that.
It's gonna be interesting. Do you know how I know I read about that they're gonna decide for the All-Star game, which is it's in LA, right? It's in Los Angeles, right?
I think so.
Hey, that's a funny thing with LeVar Ball and everything, but with the Ball kids. But oh yeah, the thing is, I know that the bench is chosen by the coaches, and then the starters are chosen by the fans for the most part. And then
yeah,
I don't know how the captains are chosen. Do you know how the captains are chosen for East and West? It's the lead. It's the leading vote getter, huh? It's the leading vote getter, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't honestly like. I would like them not to pick like Steph or KD because I think that they're just gonna go down and pick their players. But I would like to rather see like somebody like Harden or like Kyrie or something like that. You know, it would be real funny though. Honestly, I'd like if I had to pick personally who I'd like to see, it would be like Kyrie and like Westbrook. And because like both of them have little feuds with people right now, so it'd be interesting to see who they actually pick.
Yeah, I know, right? The thing is, OKC been struggling, yo. Paul George been putting up numbers lately, but yo, they still like. I don't even think they're struggling for an AFC right now. I think OKC.
Yeah. I think the problem is that they can't really figure out a spot for. I think he's the weak link right now. I mean, everybody knew that coming into the season, but everybody's thinking, oh, it's going to be so easy for him to fall into that Olympic mellow, right? Like him hitting threes and playing a little bit of defense. But, he's got the way that they're spacing it, it's almost like Paul George playing a lot of the same spot. And then Westbrook, I mean, doing a triple-double every game. And now he does on the end, and he's being a little passive, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and then so Dub Nation, you're playing against Dub Nation, who's like a couple games above 500. Did you checked out the matchup and everything? Like, what you think about it? Y'all got the game of the week? Because basically, out of all the games, y'all was the only two teams that was facing off that was like, 500 or above for both teams. So it should be interesting, man. Like I know he has Durant, so it should be interesting. Yeah. Curry might not play, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Durant decides to try to take over with no Curry.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got the better team right now. Because like you said, I mean, he's got Durant. Oubre's been playing good, and Tyreek Evans has just been playing like a beast. I'm looking down at the stats right now. He put up 27, 6, and 3 tonight.
Damn!
So that's going to be
I didn't even know.
And then Dion Waiters, man, I mean, he's playing well. And shit, Kemba's been playing well. I mean, I hope Kemba doesn't get snubbed this year for the playoffs like he has in prior years because he's been really putting in work this year.
Yeah.
I made a big mistake taking Conley. I thought Conley was going to be real good this year. He hasn't played as well, and Kemba's just been killing it. So I think I might have taken Conley or Kemba either went right before me or right after. But
yeah,
he's just been playing like a beast.
You took Anthony Davis on with the number 5 pick. Like when you were, what was your thought process when you were coming up on the 5th pick? Who else you had in mind?
I mean, I think mine was like between him and KD when I was going to pick him, and it just came down to knowing that Davis. I mean, you always struggle when you look at Davis because he's got the injury thing, but I think that him and especially Cousins really want to fucking make the playoffs this year. and KD, and it comes to how many games is he really going to play at the end of the year. So at that point, I thought it was the easy pick at that point with Anthony Davis, because I mean he's going to get his bounce, he's going to get his points, his blocks.
How many games has
some other stuff too? So
how many games has AD missed so far?
Okay, AD has missed only one game. Well, technically, I would say two. Technically,
oh, two. Okay.
He missed one game, and then he left against Portland early. So, if he stays healthy, that's one thing. I just hope that Cousins. I think that there might be a drop off in AD's production, actually. Just knowing that, maybe they're giving it up, but we'll see what happens. I think him and Cousins get along real well. So, and honestly, I just wish that they had more players, because you look at them and you look at some of the better teams, and they're a team that actually can compete.
Yeah.
Like they're kryptonite to what Golden State's doing, but they just don't have any other players around them right now.
Yeah, I mean, Rondo coming back to help them get easier baskets.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Rondo can play well and Drew Holiday picks it up and can play at the 2 guard, and they've never had. I don't think they got anybody at the 3 or the 4. And they don't have any trade assets either. That's the problem too. I mean, what are you going to do? Trade Quincy Pondexter? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get much back.
So who you think gonna win Rookie of the Year if you had to bet your money right now on Rookie of the Year?
Ben Simmons for sure.
Yeah, I feel you.
He's a beast, right?
Yeah, cause Summer League he wasn't doing none of this. Summer League, he was being real passive, but he's been beasting so far, kind of pretty much. His percentages could get better, but that's it, cause he not really shooting the 3 or nothing like that. That's the only thing.
Yeah, another guy that I like that I think who you got on your team is debating on what if they let him loose and let him play more minutes is John Collins, man. I mean, he's the best. I think personally the best down low player in the whole draft. I mean, Markkanen's been getting lucky, but I think that's just a matter of Chicago just being awful. But I think if they let John Collins get some more minutes, he might be a double machine.
I drafted him with the last pick of the draft. Just for, because I figure Atlanta not going to have too good of a record because, they got a lot of – they lost a lot of their, Millsap. They lost most of their team. And we go see, man. Hopefully John Collins could – but Detman, they got Detman playing taking away minutes from him, starting. And, pretty much, but towards the end of the season, he should get more minutes because the Hawks had the worst record right now. Man, I don't know if they could bounce back, man, from the worst record in the East right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think honestly, man, if they can, they're in because I think this is last year. You can do just tank situation. I guess they made some new rules about that, but. And if you're Atlanta and you're looking at tanking and maybe getting that first pick, you're looking at Michael Porter or that kid Beasley, I think that they got right now. And that would be one hell of a, turnaround for them if they got that first or second pick, because then you got Collins at center, Dennis Schroeder, and then with either one of those two, you got a pretty damn good young team to at least build with. And you got Prince on your team, man. You went hard with Atlanta this year, huh?
Yeah, I know. For some reason, man, I did.
And Bellinelli.
I just picked him up because I saw him hitting threes out of nowhere. Well, he is a veteran 3-point shooter. So I needed some help at the 3-point with the 3-pointer. So
that was a good pick. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, off the like I saw him on the waiver. I think you grabbed him before I could get to him, but that's one of the sneaky guys. If he stays healthy, he'll get those 3-pointers. And surprisingly, he doesn't get many steals, but he'll get you a steal a game.
Yeah,
that always baffles me because he might be the slowest, ugliest player in the NBA.
For real. But yeah. So Dub Nation, like, yeah, so your squad versus Dub Nation should be interesting. You got so you did play on Bledsoe for sure. And Nicholas Batum, right? You put him back in?
Nah, I'm waiting on him. They said he might play Wednesday, so I thought maybe I get a little more production, with the other guys.
True.
I think just in case, because I don't think that they're gonna rush Batum back because honestly, Jeremy Lamb has been playing pretty good for them at the shooting guard right now, and they've been trying to get Malik more minutes. So I think that they're not gonna. I think Batum's probably gonna get maybe like 15 to 20 minutes the next couple weeks because I think they're gonna put him in very, very sparingly. I don't think they're gonna push him back into the lineup.
Yeah. So
in my opinion, but we'll see. I mean, it's not pretty what I got starting in front of him right now, but I mean, it's something. So I think that just the amount of minutes that he's going to get, he's just not going to get enough usage, at least for this week, maybe next week. But
yeah, what do you think are the thinnest positions in fantasy right now to find on the waiver? Probably center, huh? That's like the thinnest, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, center's tough right now. I mean, I've been looking for centers here or something at the center spot, and right now, if you can just stash somebody and just pray. I mean, there's a lot of centers that just aren't producing too, man.
I know that's the thing. Herman Gomez, like, I'm surprised he's not getting any minutes. Herman Gomez.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to your point, I mean, I was looking at your team too. I mean, Jonas Valanciunas, he always seems like he's a stud, and he's not really doing much.
He's been kind of disappointing.
I mean, Miles Turner should be playing better than what he's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the big surprise is freaking what's his name? Drummond actually hitting free throws. I mean, that's just a game changer. I mean, shit, he was taken pretty late, not late in our draft, but like considering what he's doing, I mean, he would have been a top, I think, 20 player with the free throws now. I mean, he's really
what Drummond free throw percentage is so far this season? You checked it out?
His like free throw percentage right now is like at 70.
Wow, because it's usually like at 40, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that they were like, I heard some people like that's just 50% because there's no way he stays at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it right now on what Drummond's shooting, but
interesting.
It's insane. The way he switched that shot up a little has just been. Yeah, he's shooting 63.2. I'm sorry, but even so, his career's at 38.
Yeah. But I heard, Westbrook has no chance at MVP this season. It seems like, right? Westbrook numbers. I heard his numbers have went down. Points have went down to like 20 a game.
Yeah. And that goes back to him just trying to get the other guys involved, I mean.
Yeah.
He's got to do that, or, I mean, at this point. But, I mean, shit, he's still – I'm looking at his stats right now, 8 rebounds a game, 9 to 10 assists. I mean, 10 assists practically and 20 points.
Yeah.
He still gets you almost 2 steals, almost 2 3-pointers. I mean, he's still a beast. But
he still has that turnover issue though, because he always one of the top turnover kids. That's the thing.
It's the problem. I mean, he turns the ball over, but if you have the ball in your hands that much, you're going to turn the ball over. I'm just wondering to see, like, us in this situation, because I think, honestly, if they could figure something out with him, then maybe they can really compete and make a run. But right now, with the way they're playing, it's not suitable. They got to figure something else out.
Yeah. It looks like out west is gonna be between the Golden State and Houston going for that number one seed, right?
For sure, I think so. I mean, the Timberwolves are looking weird.
Yo, Jimmy Butler. They say Jimmy Butler has been one of the most disappointing fantasy players so far. Jimmy Butler.
About hands down, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, that's what they saying.
He looks like his stats look like an average shooting guard right now. I mean, above average, but like and the thing is, he's not getting. I mean, I don't understand how you've got Thibodeau with those kind of players on that team and just not for Jimmy Butler's sake, just not putting up the stats, but then too, like them playing such bad defense.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me. I mean, you got Jimmy scoring not even 15 points a game right now. But
yeah, not even 15 a game for Jimmy Butler, man. That doesn't even sound right. That doesn't even sound right.
Yeah. Or he's at, I don't know if he's at 15.
Yeah, he's like 14. I think he's at 14 something. Yeah, he's at 14 something, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's nuts to me.
Yeah. So definitely no All-Star appearance with those numbers.
Nah. And that's the thing. It's like it's such hot or so weighted in the West right now. It's like, you know, I don't even. I mean, obviously, I can name people for the East that are going to play, but it's weird because now you got Carmelo and Jimmy over there. You know, D-Wade looks awful.
But also,
he's not a playoff or not an All-Star. So,
but also, I wonder how the voting gonna work because it seemed like they're not doing East versus West. You know, so I wonder are they gonna allow certain like only 12 players from the East, 12 players from the West, or are they gonna just allow just whoever get voted in regardless of conference? It's gonna be interesting to see. The All-Star game gonna be interesting because anybody could play with anybody this time. It could be Curry and LeBron could be on the same team possibly. Who knows? Durant, Durant, LeBron. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think like too. I just hope like we were talking about like that they run the I mean they have. I'm reading one article right now where it says revamping it and they're formatting. You know, just based off of vote getters, they got LeBron as a captain and Curry as a captain, or and Westbrook as a captain.
True.
Right now, so
you could vote right now. You could vote right now.
Yeah, I mean they got this on SB Nation. It was from early October though.
True.
But they were saying, you know, they said first things first. Here are the roster pools, and they got LeBron at captain, and they got Westbrook at captain. But I don't know. But this is just a scenario that they had.
That's what it is. But yeah, man. We're gonna wrap it up though, man. Game of the week, man, versus Dub Nation. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But we'll see what pops off. I know the Knicks played the Cavs today, but I'm gonna watch the highlights in a few. But I know to see because the Cavs lost to the Knicks a week or two ago, right? But I know don't tell me what happened, or if you know what happened, don't tell me what happened. Do you know what happened though? Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I got it on ESPN right now. I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
okay. Don't tell me, because I'm trying to watch the highlights and like be in a minute so I could find out for myself. But yeah, man.
Well, hey, man, thanks for always putting on this fantasy league. This is way too much fun. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
So
hopefully, I don't make you look bad by picking the game of the week with me and Dub Nation. Hopefully, I can at least keep it close.
it's all good. It's all good. We go see y'all had the only records that were high records, so that's why y'all had the game of the week. It is, man. But yeah, that's the wrap up, man, for the preview for week 5, week 4 review. But yeah, man, I'm a holler. I'll get you back on here, maybe again. But yeah, that's what's up.
Sure, I'll get that hangout thing figured out so you can.
So we can do video style. Yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, now I'm a holler.
All right, later, man.